Hello there, how's everyone doing out there in YouTube land? This is Josh from Trying Tech, and today we are going to be doing our review on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e book keyboard cover. So if you remember before, I did a video, not the best quality, but it was just a quick hands-on impressions with this keyboard or this book cover that comes for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e. Sorry, that's a mouthful. But I didn't really talk about it too long, and it wasn't really, I'm gonna be honest, wasn't really like the best quality video. And I wanted to do something a little bit more in depth. Today, I'm mostly gonna be just focusing on the book keyboard cover itself. Not so much the experience with decks, for a couple of reasons. One, right now the current USB-C hub that I have is not really working very well with decks, and it is not really going to provide the best experience, and I want to make sure like I have everything set up properly for my decks review before I really go into reviewing it. But that being said, stay tuned for that, as well as the full review for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e tablet itself. So first off, talking about this keyboard cover, if you look at the outer material, just show you a little bit closer, there's the Samsung logo right there. All right, just feeling the keyboard cover, feels very nice. I'm gonna say it does not feel quite as nice or premium as, say, the keyboard cover for the Microsoft Surface Pro, or even the one for the Surface Go, which is that Alcantara fabric kind of material. Just feels really premium. And while this does feel nice to hold in the hands, it is not as nice as, say, the Surface Pro keyboard cover. Opening it up inside, if you look here, there's a magnetic back here. This just works by magnets. That's how it sticks to the tablet. Another logo right here. Pogo pins right here. This is how it connects to the tablet. So the good thing about this is it does use pogo pin connectors. So it is automatically powered from the tablet itself and does not need any external power, does not have a battery that dies out. So it's powered off the tablet. It does have a little bit of effect on battery drain when it comes to the tablet's battery life itself, but it's not anything really noticeable or dramatic. If you look here, also there's a couple little kind of locking tabs, and on the bottom of the tablet there's little kind of recesses where those lock into those locking tabs to kind of hold the tablet in place and hold it secure. Up top here you have number keys. It's a QWERTY keyboard layout, kind of a shortened tab key here, caps lock, shift, control, alt. Instead of a Windows key like you would have like on a PC keyboard, they do have a little key that brings up the digital keyboard like on the screen. A couple other function keys here. There's a search key and up and down arrows, left right arrows, language, which I haven't really messed with that, but I guess if you wanted the keyboard to show up in different language, you'd press that button, enter and shift. So there are two shift keys. As you can see, this whole format is kind of scrunched. All right, there's a space bar down here. There's no trackpad. So that's kind of one of the major dings I have against this tablet compared to, say, the Tab S6 keyboard. Is that one has a built-in trackpad. Is it a deal breaker for me? No. Would I have liked to have had the trackpad? Yes. simply for the fact that if I didn't want to touch the screen or use a pen stylus, like an active stylus, with the fact that this tablet does not have the S Pen, it is kind of sucks that this thing does not have a built-in trackpad. So that definitely would have been a lot better kind of proposal. If you look here, there's kind of a little flex hinge, all right, and I'm going to show you how this locks into place with my tablet here. So I have my Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e. This is the gold one, 6 gig, 128 gigabyte. All right, so if you look here, it just, oh, might help if I don't have it upside down. Okay, so key one, you want to make sure you have it in right side up. Okay, so right now I'm actually already in Dex, and I'm going to show you a little bit on that, but right now I'm just going to show you it just locks in just like so. It's held by magnets. We're going to do a little test here. Oh, that does come off there. So that's kind of a gig on that Samsung. Is this like typical usage? So if I hold it like this, it will hold it secure. But if I go like that, yep, it will come off. Just something to be aware of. Are people typically going to be holding their tablets like that? No. All right, but I want to bring it to your attention because, so this fits in here like this. There is a little bit of a magnet here that does hold it, but it's not much. So if you were holding this and this was to go like this, okay, just be aware that this could come undone. All right, is that likely it's going to happen to you? No, but it is something to be aware of. Like I said, just something to be aware of. I have seen on the tablet cover for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 where that's held by like an adhesive and kind of a adhesive and suction kind of thing going on. And it doesn't always work very well. This does work better than that. In fact, if you look here, I actually kind of have to push that I have to put quite a bit of force to kind of get that hinge to fold, and then it folds, then it locks in. And once it locks in, it actually kind of turns on the tablet. No face detected. Okay, so right now I'm in Samsung Dex mode, but typically, well, when you first hook this up, it will ask you if you want to go into Samsung Dex mode. Okay, now here's my second gig against this. If you look here and you see, if you can see this, all right, so you got that one angle and that's it. Now, thankfully, is it an angle that most people would be sitting at? Yes. But is it like the best angle for every situation? No, it's not. Okay, so you have that one angle, you have that one position, and that's it. All right? As far as typing goes, typing overall is a good experience. I will say this, when it comes to this, like, this actually stays pretty secure. So right now it's there, it's not going anywhere, and I really have to apply a lot of pressure to unhook it. Okay, but if you see here, there's a little bit of wobble, but it's not anything too entirely terrible. However, and I can't really show it to you here, but when this is sitting on your lap, okay, especially when you're at a certain angle here, I'll just kind of hold my knees up there. All right, and if I'm typing here, all right, it just it wobbles a little bit, just a little bit. So just something to be aware of. All right, so let's say I was going to reply to something here. All right, and doing it on my lap, it's just not the best experience. Okay, so one of the things that Samsung is touting here is that this supposedly can replace your laptop. Okay, and I'll talk more about DeX in another video about whether that's really the case right now in the current state that DeX is in. But right now I'm just talking about the keyboard experience. And overall, it's not bad. So, I don't know, let's open up a Word document here. And let's create a new Word document. No, I want a new one. New document. Okay. So, oh, I guess it's in caps lock. So here's another thing that I would have liked, just kind of a quality of life thing. I actually had this in caps lock, but I didn't know that because this caps lock does not light up, does not illuminate. In fact, this whole keyboard is not backlit. I mean, it may seem like a minor naggle, but when it comes to this, you got to think this thing, and I'll talk more about this at the end. Retail price for this keyboard cover, this book keyboard cover, like if I bought it on Samsung's site, is $130. All right, so I personally would at least like the option to kind of have like a faint backlit keyboard, even if it might wear my battery down a little bit more. And I also, at very least, would like just a little light that would light up and tell me that I'm in caps lock. Okay, so the brown fox jumped over the moon. Okay, so I was able to type that out. No errors. But I have had times when I've been typing on this, I've had some mispresses, mostly because everything on this keyboard is just so cramped. It's very cramped. Part of it is I have big hands. It's part of being tall. So my big hands, okay, and I don't even have like the biggest man hands. I do have long fingers, so that being said, it's a little bit cramped to type on this. Is that it's not so much a dig on the keyboard itself, I guess more so the 10.5 inch factor. It's going to be a little bit cramped. One thing about the Tab S6 keyboard cover is with that trackpad, it makes the whole thing even more cramped. Like, I have tried the Tab S6 keyboard cover, and while I like the trackpad, the typing experience to me is even worse because everything is just so much more cramped. And to me, it's just really, really just kind of a cramped experience. That being said, I guess that's just the nature of something you trade off with the portability of having a 10.5 inch device instead of say a 12 inch device or 12.9 like the iPad Pro, the large version, and then even the 11 inch. That keyboard is not, I'll say this, I've used that Apple Magic Keyboard, the one from the 2018 one, and the typing experience is better than this. Is it as good as typing on the Surface Pro keyboard? Absolutely not. Is it better than the Tab S4 keyboard? It's about the same. It's honestly not too much different. The only difference is that this package here is a lot more compact when you fold everything up. It's very nice, very sleek, looks very slim, looks very chic, right? Easily carried in the hand. Partly that is lended by just how light this tablet is, okay, and how thin it is. But this keyboard cover definitely, it does not add too much bulk to it. If you look here, this backside is very slim. I guess the keyboard is about as thin as they could make it while still having excellent key travel. That's the other thing. I could type on this for extended period of times if I really had to. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. The key travel, again, really, really great. There's a kind of, it's chiclet style keys, so it's kind of a, oh, it's one thing here. If you're not actually clicked on that document, it's gonna think I'm on the email, so. I don't know if you could hear that. They're clicky without like really being too loud. If you're kind of an angry typer as I am, it might be a little bit loud if you were in a library or something, but it's not as like loud or clicky as say like cherry red or cherry brown MX mechanical switches, okay? I honestly haven't got a hands-on with like the 2020 iPad Pro keyboard, mainly because it hasn't released yet, but supposedly that one's gonna be much better. But if you look at, I mean, honestly, even compared to the Tab S6 or the Apple's Magic Keyboard for the 2018 iPad Pro, this is definitely a lot more affordable, and I would say it offers a same, similar, or slightly better typing experience than the 2018 iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. Okay, let's see what the 2020 iPad Pro looks like as far as their keyboard. I sure hope it's good for $300. At retail, this is $130, and honestly, I didn't even pay retail for this. I got this on eBay for about $60 brand new. For that price, it's absolutely a steal. Would I pay $130 for this keyboard? Absolutely not. It's good, but it's not $130 good. Amazon, typically you can get them for around $80, $80-ish dollars, maybe a little bit more. And I'll provide affiliate links below in the description for the video. Please, please, if you want to get this, you have the Galaxy Tab S5e and you want to get the keyboard, please support the channel. Buy it through the Amazon affiliate links. I know I said I didn't buy mine through Amazon. That's just because I bought my tablet on eBay, and so I bought the keyboard on eBay. But please support the channel. It will help me out. I get a very small percentage of that sale, but mainly it is really the only revenue I make from these videos, and I'm trying to make more videos. So if you could purchase one on the affiliate link, that'd help out tremendously. All right. So there is no trackpad, but aside from using the screen, if you really wanted to use a mouse, you can. And so I attached a little dongle here. Actually, you don't need a dongle if you have a Bluetooth mouse. The only reason I attached a dongle is because I am using this old, really old, cheapy Logitech Bluetooth, or not a Bluetooth mouse, it's a USB mouse. The great thing is that if I use a little dongle here, this, even though this is made for PC, works perfectly. So I can use this, highlight, okay, cut. All right, So if you wanted a mouse, you don't need a dongle. You can just get a Bluetooth mouse, and then you'll have more so a laptop experience. But if this was really a laptop experience, this would have a trackpad, in my humble opinion. That being said, this keyboard definitely gets the job done in a pinch, and for what it does and how modestly well it does it, and the size and the form factor, there's some things I'm willing to trade off on. There are some complaints I have, aside from not having a trackpad and the one angle. My final complaint against this keyboard cover is it is not a smart keyboard cover. And what I mean by that is, even though that this thing has magnets, so it has a magnet, and it's kind of a weak magnet, right? But when I open this, it does not wake my tablet, okay? Which is kind of lame. I don't understand why it doesn't wake the tablet, because it does have magnets, and typically smart covers, smart keyboard covers, smart book covers, when they have magnets and you remove the magnet from the screen, it works in a way that it actually wakes up the tablet. This does not. So I would say that's my other main complaint. I have not tried Samsung's book cover. Quite honestly, it's overpriced, and there are tons of book covers for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e that look just as good, if not better, and do a better job, provide more angles that you can lay the tablet at, and cost way less. I will be doing some reviews on some of the accessories that I have for my Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e, and so look for that in future reviews. In summary, is this a good keyboard cover, and do I recommend it? Yes, I do. Do I recommend it at its retail price? No, I don't. This is not worth $130 for the main things that I have leveled against it as far as complaints. While it's good, it's not $130 good. Does it provide a new level of functionality that normally the tablet would not have? Yes. And I'll talk more about DeX later in another video, but this honestly turns your tablet into probably the closest thing you're going to get to a laptop without getting a laptop at this price point. Okay? Because altogether, at least for what I paid for mine, this is the 6GB version tablet, and the keyboard cover, all combined, I paid about $450 for mine before tax, maybe a little bit less, and that was on pretty good discount. But $450 for a small, very small, sleek form factor tablet that you can then add this keyboard and make it almost like a notebook or laptop. All right, but it does come with some trade-offs. One, no smartboard or smart cover wake feature, only one viewing angle, unlike the much nicer, much more premium, but also much more expensive Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 book keyboard cover. And on top of that, no trackpad. But that being said, for the price, even at full retail, $130, it's cheaper than the Magic Keyboard from the 2018 iPad Pro, and it's a far better typing experience, okay? That Magic Keyboard, that's Apple's, I mean, it's not even chiclet style keys, it's like one kind of rubber mat with little haptic feedback, and this has far more satisfying key travel typing experience. It is slightly cramped, that's more attributed to the 10.5-inch form factor, and it only has one viewing angle. So that's a ding against it. But overall, I do recommend it. I don't recommend getting it for full price. Even the prices that they have for this keyboard cover on Amazon overall are pretty good. So, like I said, this definitely does enhance the experience of this tablet. It's nice looking. It feels nice. It really kind of ties in with the overall premium feel of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S5e. But if you can get one on sale, I definitely recommend it. If you like my video, please click that thumbs up. If you want to see more, click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. If you don't like the video, okay, I got a couple dislikes on my last video and that was it. Like, that was the only interaction I got. No comments, nothing. Please, it's fine if you dislike my video, but at least tell me what it is you dislike about the video, so maybe I can do something to improve and get better, because if you don't tell me what it is you dislike, I can't fix it. Okay? This is Josh at Tech. I hope you enjoyed the video, and signing off the net.